Welcome to episode 21 of my Yarny Corner. My name's Alex and I live in Yorkshire in the UK, and this is a podcast all about knitting and crochet. So welcome everybody. I hope that you're all okay and I hope you've had a lovely crafty 2 weeks. It's been a couple of weeks since the last podcast and there's been quite a few new subscribers. So if you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, then thank you for coming back. So, I'm in a different spot today. I'm filming downstairs. I normally film upstairs in the bedroom, but Danny is still getting over COVID and he's upstairs resting at the moment. I'll talk about that at the end of the podcast. So, it seems ages since I've done a podcast. I've been doing Vlogtober, and I know a lot of you have been watching that, and it's been really weird this week not doing any filming for Vlogtober, so that's been a little bit strange. It's like I got to Monday and Stewie was doing something funny and I went to pick up the camera and I thought, oh, I'm not doing Vlogtober anymore. But I am looking forward to doing Vlogmas, so I hope you'll all join us for Vlogmas. And yes, I'll put all the information about where you can find me in the description box below. I'm on Instagram, there's an email address for this podcast. I am on Ravelry, but I'm not very active on Ravelry. I keep saying I'm going to learn how to use it. And I think the problem I've got with Ravelry is because I use it on my phone, and I think when you're using the mobile view, it's a bit harder to use, and I kind of think that might be the issue I'm having. So if I get the laptop out, I might try and attempt to figure out Ravelry. I can use it for patterns and things like that, but using it for participating in groups and things, I just struggle with. But never mind. We'll see how we get on. I see how I can do Ravelry. I'll get myself back a little bit as well. Oh, that's better. So I have one finished object today and a few works in progress that I want to go through with you. I'm going to talk about the shop update at the end. If you've been following me on Vlogtober, you'll know that we've had COVID in the house. So all the yarn is currently in quarantine until the isolation period is up. So I've no yarn to physically show you, but I will add some pictures in at some point in the podcast. Hey up, Tilly. Tilly's just jumped down. So I'll talk about that at the end of the podcast and I'll stop waffling and get on. So my first finished object is the Musselburgh hat. I started this on Saturday and I had tried making this previously, and I think everybody's making it at the moment. I don't really need to tell you too much about the pattern because everybody is making it. But I started it on Saturday and really couldn't get my head around is it called the pinhole cast on? So I ended up, and you really can't tell, I ended up just casting on 4 stitches and then sewing the hole up with a long tail at the end. So basically with the Musselburgh hat, you knit, a long tube, which then, see if I can do this now, I bet I can't do this now, I'm trying to do it for the camera. I did do it. It folds in on itself. I haven't blocked this yet, so it desperately needs blocking, which I'm going to do. I've only just finished it this morning. It's hot off the needles. So basically you'll fold it in on itself. And this is it. If you can see that, I can't see anything, so I'm hoping I'm showing that properly. I used a crazy Zauberball in the colourway Charisma, I think it was. I've only got a tiny bit of the yarn left, so I made the stitch count for the adult large. I'd been watching the Cheverell podcast and she'd said that she'd made the adult medium and it was a little bit snug. So I made the stitch count for the adult large, but I wanted to do the length of the adult medium. But I was really concerned I was going to run out of yarn, and I nearly did, to be honest. I only had quite a small amount left. So I had to stop it about 17 inches. So it is slightly shorter than what it should have been. So I'm not going to be able to fold the brim over. I can fold the brim over, but it'd be a really snug hat if I did that. And the yarn, I absolutely love the effect. Look at my hair now, sorry. Love the effect of this Zauberball. I mean, isn't that just beautiful? And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I would recommend rewinding the ball if you're using this. Whether it was just the ball I had or not, I don't know, but the yarn was constantly sticking to itself and it just kept knotting up. So it was a bit of a nightmare to use. So I'll definitely buy another one. There's a bluey colour. I don't know what the colour's called, but it's like a blues and greens that I want to make another hat with. But next time I get the Zauber ball, I'll definitely rewind the skein up. But yeah, so that is that. You use 100 grams of yarn, which I pretty much did. And I did it in 4-ply. Now, the way the pattern works is it's basically made for any yarn. And it's got like a little gauge checker in it, so you'll just use whatever yarn you want. And I think it goes from laceway up to worsted, I think. So you'll use whatever yarn you want, and then you follow the stitch count for the gauge that's given in the pattern. It's a really, really nice pattern. They are all the increases there. And it looks really, really gorgeous. So yeah, super, super pleased with it. It's just, like I say, it just does need blocking. You can tell them stitches just need to relax. But yeah, that is the yarn. I've had this Zauber ball yarn for quite a few months. I was desperate to use it. And this week, like I said, I started it Saturday. I started it on Saturday and I did the medium to start with. Realised it really was coming up quite small. So I pulled it all back and I did the adult large. That was the 3rd attempt. No, the 4th attempt. This is attempt 4. I did have some problems with the cast on, like I say. So I would recommend, if you're really struggling with the cast on, just cast on 8 stitches. I did it magic loop and then just sew the hole up. I found that so much easier because it's quite fiddly at the start. But it was much easier doing it that way. But yeah. So I won't go on about it too much because I think everybody is making this at the moment, but just look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Love it. So that's going to get blocked this afternoon. My only finished object. I really should have had 2 finished objects because you all know that I've been making the Show Us Your Scraps mitts by Laura Bales. I had finished the first one. The second one is still, I'm only onto the ribbon. So I need to pull my finger out with that, but this is the first one. I absolutely love it. Again, this is all 4-ply yarn. And I got a load of yarn together and just picked out whatever I fancied. I'll put it on for you so you can see. I made the larger size in these mitts. It comes in small and large, and I did make the larger size. But as Laura states in the pattern, you can add more stitches if you need to, but aren't they just beautiful? And I love this little detail that it's got here. Absolutely gorgeous. And you can make them as long or as short as you want, but they are just perfect for me. So, a half finished object, not quite a full finished object. I can't remember what all the yarns are. This one, I'm saying I can't remember, I can remember some of them. This one is a Snuggly Stars yarn that I got from Yarndale. This brown one here, that is a Diane knit by Kate, and I think it's the Oriental colourway. The red one is a Somerset Yarns. That was a rainbow pack I bought a few months ago and I use it in everything. I've still got quite a few left. So that's that one. This one here, this is a Diane knit by Kate. I think it's the blueberry yogurt one. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not that one. I don't know what that one is. That one is one that my friend Sue in Canada sent me. I don't know what that one is. Don't know what that one is. This one's a Somerset Yarns again. That's the same one as that one. And this purple one is one of the first yarns that I dyed. So yeah, it's a really lovely pattern. It's a great way to use up your scraps. Each stripe takes less than 5 grams, so you really can get the use out of all your scraps. Sorry, Finlay's just walking past. Finlay's sat in here with me while I'm podcasting. It's a little bit weird.
Hi.
Normally I'm on my own when I do a podcast. The cats are all staring at me like I'm weird. So I made a couple of modifications to this pattern. I changed the rib. It's not the rib that the pattern calls for, and you should do a colour change in the rib as well, which I didn't do. The only reason is just because I've made 2 of these already, and I just wanted these ones to be a little bit different. That's the only reason. I have a pair that I keep in the car, which are great for winter's mornings because I still have my fingers free, and I've got a pair in the Christmas gift knits box. So these are going to be mine. These are to replace the ones that are in the car because I've worn them so much and they've been washed so much that I just need a new pair, that's all. So yeah, that is those. So hopefully they'll be finished next week. So that is my first work in progress. The second work in progress is my Salem sweater. And it's living in my Diane bag. This is from Diane at Yarncraft. She makes these beautiful, beautiful bags. She does have a podcast as well. I'll put a name on the screen if you want to go and check her out. But this bag has got pockets at the front, gorgeous carry handle, and the most beautiful lining. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? So, this is the Salem sweater. I have a picture somewhere. Where's my picture? That is this sweater. Now it's supposed to be done in a 4-ply yarn held double with mohair, but I've just done it in a DK. Now the yarn I'm using, I'll show you that first, is just the, is it Hayfield? Yep, Hayfield Bonus DK, and it's in the Silver Mist colourway. It's beautiful. And check out my progress so far. This is the progress so far. So it has this beautiful, beautiful cable detail, which will go all the way down the sleeves. Show you that. I'm really enjoying this. Really, really enjoying this. I do love doing cables anyway. When I first learnt to knit, I made a cabled cushion. I ended up making loads of them. I absolutely adore cables. I've made some cabled stockings as well, but they were in crochet, not in knitting. But yeah, I just love cables, and it's got those gorgeous little bobbles on it as well. So like I say, I'm still increasing for the sleeves. I've got another 20 rounds really, because it's a 2-row repeat, before I can separate for the sleeves. And yeah, so it's just gorgeous. It fits lovely. I don't know what size I'm doing. Let me have a look at the sizes. I'm doing the 4th size, which is 54 inches on the 4th size, because it's designed to be worn with 12 to 15 inches of positive ease. So it's just got a lovely rib neck, and yeah, it's absolutely lovely. So there is progress on it. I think last time I was about here. I'm not rushing it. I'm taking my time with it just because I'm really enjoying it. There's some German short rows in it as well. You can see that the back of it does raise up from the front. Can't show you properly because the way the needles are, but there is German short rows in it as well, so you can raise the back. But yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful pattern. I need to figure out what the hat is as well. Look at this. Not on that one. You see the hat? I'd like to know what that hat pattern is. I'll have to look on a Ravelry page. But yeah, that's by Dragon Hoard Designs. I'll put a link in the description box below to that pattern. So that is that. And my last work in progress is a pattern that I've been working on. I do have the Snoopy blanket, but I've run out of yarn, and because we're all in isolation, I can't get any yet. So the Snoopy blanket's currently on hold. I need some more of the white yarn for it. It's been a proper yarn eater, is that blanket. So our isolation is up on Tuesday. Monday's the last day of isolation, so on Tuesday I'll be going out to buy some more yarn so I can do some more on the Snoopy blanket, because I'm determined I'm going to have it finished by the end of the year. I am absolutely determined that blanket will be finished. So, nothing to show you on that. But I am working on, if you watched Vlogtober, I showed a shawl design that I hadn't written down. So I've just picked back through it. And I'm doing it again, but writing it down. So this is a crochet design. And if you can see, you've got sections of just plain crochet, then you've got these rib sections here, and then these rib sections, where are we, here, that go the other way. So you've got some that go up and down and some that go the other way. And I'm using some yarn that we dyed. This is an 85-15 in the Smoky Skies colourway. This is a 75-25 in the Mustard Pot colourway, all 4-ply. And this is a 75-25 in the Autumn Rose, which if you know me, you know that this is my absolute favourite colourway. But yeah, it's just, all I'm doing is just alternating the colours. But each section, like the plain crochet section actually has 5 rows and the other ones have 2 rows. But as I'm alternating the colours, each section of the 5-row changes. So that's a 5-row grey, Autumn Rose, then Mustard Pot, and then the greys back to the 5 rows here, just to try and keep the yarn even as I'm going along. And I've got so this is one full repeat from here to here. Is that right? Yeah. Yep, so this is one full repeat here, and then that'll be the next repeat. So I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to see how I get on after 3 repeats. I may do 4 repeats of it. But hopefully, if I can get on with this pattern this week, this will be out next year. But yeah, so it hasn't got a name yet. I'm kind of thinking of calling it Snakes and Ladders, just because of the way that I've done the ribbon here and then the ribbon here. It's like Snakes and Ladders. I think I may call it Snakes and Ladders. I'm not sure yet. But I'm really enjoying it. I love the colours together as well. They're really sweet. And that is living in my other Diane bag. I'm so lucky I've got 2 Diane bags. I know. This one is the llama one that she made for me. It's absolutely beautiful. This is my favourite one. And that's all fully lined as well. It's got these gorgeous tassels here and a beautiful lavender pouch attached. It's just, look at that. It's got an owl on it. I love owls. These are such beautiful bags. Nice box bottom as well. And it's really sturdy. So that is living in there. So there's not a great deal to tell you about this until it's finished. I've been really good as well. I've been weaving my ends in as I go. See, hardly any ends. But yeah. So I may change the name of it. I may not keep it as Snakes and Ladders. I don't know. I'm really enjoying making it. And it's working up relatively quickly. It's just, like you can see, it's a triangle shaped shawl. You increase at each end here and here. And you increase here as well, just to give it that shape. But yeah, I will keep you updated on progress on that and when the pattern will be out for that. And my last work in progress is the one that I've been working on for Danny. And I keep saying, is it finished yet? Is it finished yet? I've been so slow with this, so slow. You can see what little progress I've made on it. So this is the Sockhead Slouch by Kelly McClure. And this is in one of our yarns as well. This is the, what's it called? I've had a total memory blank. What is the yarn called? I'll have to write it on the screen. Which is Blues and Browns. If you can see, I was here last time. And that has been my some progress. So bad. And he keeps saying, is my cowl ready yet? Nope, not yet. So there's not a great deal to talk about with this pattern. It's just knitting. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. You can get the sock head cowl and the sock head slouch are both free. There are a pair of mitts as well, but I'm not sure if they're free. But if you look on Ravelry, I'll leave a link down below. You do a real good 4 inches of ribbon, which just seems to take forever. And then you go into your knit section and then you'll finish with the ribbon. So it's just round and round and round. I really should be further on with this than what I am. Never mind. But yeah, so that is that. See if I can, but I can't put it on. But it's coming together. So that is all my works in progress. I was really pleased to have finished the Musselburgh hat. It's all I've worked on this week. So I was really, really pleased to have finished that this morning. So for the rest of the 2 weeks, I'll be concentrating on this cowl for Danny. I want to get the other mitt done from the Show Us Your Scraps mitts. I'm sorry, it's come really dark all of a sudden. I don't know why. I've opened the curtain, that might be better. So yeah, I want to get some progress on the sweater made because I've been itching to cast on the other sweater that I want to make, which is the Weekender. So that is everything for the work in progress. I haven't had any incoming goodies either, apart from a new pair of knit prosings. The last pair of socks that I made were really big. Now I don't know whether it's because I'd started them on double pointed needles or my knitting's relaxed. I normally knit socks on a 2.75, but I've just bought these ones to try, and these are a 2.5, just to see if it makes a difference. So I'll be casting on a pair of socks at some point. But yeah, that is everything for all the knitting content. So if you're only here for the knitting content, thank you so much for watching. If you want to stick around for the life updates, then feel free. So, what have we been up to? So for those of you that have been watching Vlogtober, you'll know that we got COVID in the house during the half-term holidays. Finlay started with it. He did really, really well. He wasn't really poorly. He had a bit of a cough and a bit of a runny nose, but that really was all of his symptoms, really. And then on the Saturday, Josh and Danny both started feeling poorly. Josh didn't take a test. Josh is autistic, so I did struggle to get him to take a test, although he has since taken one and it is positive. And Danny took a test which was positive as well. Danny and Josh were quite poorly for a few days, to be perfectly honest. They really did feel it. Luckily today, fingers crossed, is the first day that they both seem quite well. So it's been a bit of a busy week, which is why knitting on the Musselburgh hat really did help me out enormously, because I could just sit and knit. I really should have been getting on with a sock head cowl because that would have had the same effect. But it was just nice to just be able to sit and knit in between, running between bedrooms to both of them. But luckily they have turned a corner and they are feeling much better. Here comes Josh down the stairs now. You alright? Nah. Meh. I've just changed position. I've got cramp in my legs. So everything kind of went on hold for the shop update. We were due to have a shop update last Friday, but with COVID in the house, I really didn't want to be touching any of the yarn. As soon as we got a positive test, I put all the yarn away and we haven't touched it since. So I've got advent calendars which are waiting to be sent out, and we've got the yarn update which is going to go ahead this Friday. We will not be shipping until the isolation period is over, which will be on the Tuesday. So we'll do the yarn update as normal, but it won't ship till Tuesday. I hope that you all understand. I know the chances of passing it on via, an item that I've packaged up is really slim, but I just don't want to take any chances. So the yarn won't be touched until Tuesday. So I will insert some pictures here of the yarn that will be going into the shop.
Searching for something that ain't lost. forgotten our lines crossed. We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not.
So a huge thank you to all of you that purchased the Mystery Club last Friday. We sold all of the boxes. We were so pleased. So thank you so much if you purchased one of those Mystery Club sets. They will be shipped out towards the end of November, early December. And yeah, just thank you very much. It really did mean a lot to us that you did that. Thank you. Camera cut out there. So that is what is going into the shop tomorrow at 7 o'clock on Etsy. All the information will be in the description box below. And yeah, I think that's been everything. We've had Finn's back at school on Monday, so I'm just looking forward to next week, just getting back to a bit more normality. It's been a bit of a week. Bless him, his half-term holidays kind of went out the window. But we have the Christmas light switch on coming soon, so luckily we'll all be COVID-free by the time that happens, and we can go and enjoy that, and it's going to be lovely. But yeah, we've all just been cooped up in the house. But never mind, these things happen. So, I think that is everything that I've got to talk about. So thank you so much for joining me. It feels like a little bit of a shorter episode this week. I think I've probably either spoken really fast. I don't know. I don't know why it's shorter. I'm sorry about that. But I don't know. Oh, spit in my eye. So yes, thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you all have a lovely crafty 2 weeks, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.